coronavirus pandemic has not only brought health concerns, it's also forcing a lot of Americans to take a hard look at our financial futures.
Yeah, it's been hard for a lot of people. And local financial professional Brian Levy from BML Wealth Management is here to talk about how the coronavirus is impacting people's lives and their retirement. So, Brian, thank you so much for waking up early with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we do want to talk about how really does the coronavirus affect people's retirement right now?
Well, it's affecting everybody differently, but with our clients, with 13% unemployment here in California, we're seeing a lot of forced retirement. So a lot of clients are asking, well, I think I need to retire sooner than I originally thought. And really the big question we're hearing universally is, am I going to have enough? And that's a lot of the planning that we're doing right now.
And Brian, this pandemic, it's really kind of captured our attention. We're just trying to get through each day. So a lot of people want to hang on to what they have because you see all the news about the layoffs, the unemployment. So how important is it to not drop the ball regarding contributing to retirement? How do we really kind of calibrate our minds to think about the future as well?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, you can't, unfortunately, with everything going on, things are a lot tougher for people. So it's easy to try and take the easy way out and pull money from those retirement accounts. But we advocate as much as you can not to do that, because remember, those funds are designed for future retirement. And so some of the things that we should be thinking about right now are really understanding it's a great time to sort of revisit and think about what is your comfort level for risk. Remember, I always tell people time in the market in your 401ks is better than timing the 401ks. And so, there's a quote from Warren Buffett, and I love it, and I'm paraphrasing, but the stock market is really a transfer of wealth from the impatient people to the patient people. So just be patient, have a plan together, and really constantly think, how can I continue to add money to my retirement account so down the road I'll reap the benefits?
Yeah, and it can be hard for a lot of people because they might be borrowing against that retirement right now just to kind of get by, especially for people who have maybe lost their jobs or kind of figuring things out. So what are some simple steps people can do to get that retirement back on track?
Well, like I said, there's no secret sauce, but the one thing right now that a lot of us are doing, not just for retirement accounts, we're reassessing our lives. We're reassessing where we want to live and what's important to us. But I think in terms of retirement, revisiting your risk level, and we always talk about with our clients, age-based investing. And, the closer you are to needing the money or closer you are to retirement, the more conservative your account should be. So making sure you're not invested the same way you were 10 years ago, because your money is a lot more now than it was then, and a big decline could be a bigger impact. The other couple things are you want to consider meeting with a professional, someone that focuses on retirement planning, someone that can help you put together an actual plan. A lot of our clients at one point had a portfolio of stocks. And that's great, but we're advocates of having a plan, not just a portfolio of stocks. And our process that we talk about is the Retirement Fingerprint, because everybody has a unique situation. They need a custom plan. So just going out and having a plan is going to give you a better opportunity to get where you need to be.
And Brian, traditionally we've been told that if we pay into Social Security, we can count on it when we retire. Then there's some doubts cast on that idea. So can you tell us, where do we stand now with Social Security?
Well, you're right. We all know there's a funding shortfall towards Social Security. The Social Security Trust Fund is expected to deplete by 2034. So, I think that hearing that scares us all. One of the things that's going on right now, how is Social Security paid for? It's through payroll taxes. It's through people working. So when we have high unemployment like we do right now, that just means payroll taxes are down and less is going into pay into Social Security. So I think it's even more important to prepare yourself for potentially down the road reduced benefits or increased taxes. Because remember, Social Security wasn't originally intended to be taxed, but we're taxed on the way in and on the way out. So again, going back to having a plan, we need to think about how do we maximize whatever Social Security benefits we're going to get, how do we maximize those benefits? You can certainly go to our website at bmlwealth.net and download the Social Security 2020 guide to maybe help you make better informed decisions, because most of us don't collect Social Security at the right time.
Yeah, all good tips there. Brian Levy with BML Wealth Management. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brian.